Okay, so this is going to be just a quick, very, very short video that is going to illustrate how exactly the unit selection system and a few other systems work for Total War, the Warhammer version of it anyway. Alright, so you can see if I right-click anywhere here on the map. Sorry, this is left-clicking. If I left-click anywhere on the map, nothing is going to happen. But when I get close to any one of the individual soldiers, in this unit of spearmen, the war dancers, actually I shouldn't say spearmen, I should say spear soldiers maybe, considering that they're all female elves. I don't know, in any case, once my mouse gets over them, these yellow arrows appear, and if I left click, they will become selected. So if I now right click anywhere on the map, they will just instantly teleport there. Now this is because, I haven't started the battle, so this is just deploy mode, and they will instantly move like this. But the other thing you can do, if I want to deselect them, I can again. I sound like one of my students, I can't separate my left and my right. If I left click on the terrain, I will deselect them again. But the really cool thing is this: if you left and drag, as soon as your mouse starts to move away, right, you can kind of rotate it around this particular point, right, and it will stay in this long 2-column, and if I pull it out farther, right, and now if I can keep the same orientation here, if I pull it around, I can resize it into different configurations, right? So I can change the angle where this unit will be pointed, and I can change if I want a very wide front or a very narrow concentrated front just by dragging it around. So it's, I'm sure for good programmers this is like, oh well, you just do this and this and this and this and this. But I spent a good few hours, more than a good few hours, about a week, just trying to figure out, well, if I had some units, how could I make just this selection box, or I guess repositioning box, how could I make this so that it would scale as you drag it away and rotate properly. So again, to be honest, I still don't think I have a very good solution to it. But yeah, so there's that. And I'm gonna go ahead hit play here. So if you go like that, right, they will just march forward.
Let them see the might of Athelwerd.
I'm sorry, but they even gave them a sexy little sway. Alright, so then if I resize it,
Understood.
right, they immediately start to spread out in a way that makes sense. And after they take up that position, if I then tell them to move backwards, they don't, let me pause it, they don't rotate around and then start moving this way. Each individual soldier just changes direction, and then the whole unit starts to march in the other way, in the opposite direction. And if I do, let me unpause again, if I click over here,
Away!
again, the whole unit doesn't I'm having a hard time finding words to describe it, doesn't just rotate and then begin to turn this way. The soldiers in the unit are given dynamic orders of, what is the best possible arrangement, what is the best possible way for this particular soldier who was marching down screen to now march in this direction and get into an appropriate position without moving too far. Again, let me unpause it. So if I click over here, if I want to move them here, it would make sense for one of the soldiers in the bottom left to be up by the top left. So I'm just going to follow this one. Alright, so they didn't do it quite in the way that I thought, but still, if you noticed the way that they reoriented themselves, it was all really orderly. They weren't bumping into each other or trying to figure out, oh, well, I need to go here. Oh, wait, no, you're going there, so I need to go here. There wasn't a lot of shuffling. So the unit manager that Creative Assembly has written for these units and these soldiers is really, really amazing, in my opinion. I know that fans of the series, have perennial complaints about pathfinding and about AI and different issues in the AI, but just in terms of, how they move around.
For the eternal realms.
I think it's pretty amazing.
Yes.
Right, and then reposition them, and again, it's just really, really smooth how they get into their positions. And if I just give them a quick click, the computer automatically figures out the difference, right? If they were facing this way and all I do is I right click here, they automatically figure out, okay, well, we're going to keep our present orientation and we're just going to change the direction that we're looking in and then march over here. Alright, well, I don't want the video to get too long and boring, so I'm going to stop it there. But this is trying to replicate this is one of the tiny projects I've been working on.